Hi, this is Brian Forrester of HiddenIncatours.com, and today, a special little video. This is the creator god called Khan of the Paracas Elongated skull people of Peru. Notice his red hair. Now, I'm sure many of you know about cranial deformation, which was a cultural practice done all over the world for the nobility of certain cultures, where the skull of a newborn baby was altered over the course of time. But how do you explain this? Look at the volume of that skull. And here is another example. The volume is much bigger. This isn't simple cranial deformation. So the Paracas culture has been largely ignored by academics. And I honestly don't know why, because they're obviously a very fascinating ancient people that existed between 3,000 and 2,000 years ago on the coast of Peru. And these are different shapes of their skulls. I've just finished writing a book about the Paracas, which includes the DNA results. Now notice the skull on the left is much larger in terms of volume than the one on the right. So the one on the left is a natural skull, born that way. The one on the right is deformation. And this one too, with the red hair, was born with that shape of skull. Also, look at the foramen magnum, which is the place where your vertebrae enter your skull. That's a normal skull. And this is a Paracas. The foramen magnum is way in the back, so that is a genetic characteristic. And again, notice that this skull of this fetus is the size of its torso. And here's another example. This is illustration of a fetus 7 to 9 months old. So in this new book, the complete DNA results are present. That's the result of a 5-year process of having initial tests done and then working with the Peru Ministry of Culture. We had multiple skulls tested, and the results show astonishing facts. And the facts are that the ancestors of the Paracas are not indigenous, or were not indigenous, to the coast of Peru. Also in the little museum are other very odd artifacts like this, very similar to what is called the Star Child skull that Lloyd Pye made famous. And even Eric von Daniken visited our museum recently because he's fascinated by the Paracas Elongated skulls, and I'm included in his new book coming out in November. So here again are more genetic characteristics which are not typically Homo sapiens sapiens. That suture line coming down the forehead is not normal. This has been proven by many doctors who have seen it and others. And then this skull, notice that there is only one suture line. There should be another one going back, forming a T shape on the skull. So this is my new book. Again, it has all of the DNA results and is available at Amazon.com.